Alrighty, so there's a Life of the Gods and all the chests up here, and here's the scarab that you probably want. The reward for 10 scarabs, I think, is a large elixir. So I'm gonna go and get that, even though I don't need it. I remember that I used a small elixir, so and the reward for 5 scarabs is a small elixir. And there's a small elixir in one of the chests on the roof. So I'm pretty much still getting back what I used. And for this fight, I went into it once with only 3 smoke bombs and I died very, very quickly. I recommend that you have all the smoke bombs you can carry. Now get your deity, don't forget that, otherwise you'll have to backtrack when you reach chapter 14. Now here's a trick for the save. You don't actually have to remember which numbers, you just have to remember which direction. So I just know that it's left, right, right, left. And I don't even bother remembering that it's 2712. I know that just to go left till a blue light comes, and then right when a blue light comes, and then go right again. And that's I don't know, I think that helps a little bit. Now here, I like to get rid of the cats and the red ninjas first. I know that the monks can sometimes knock you out of your Asuna drop combo, but for me, I found the cat fiends and the red ninjas to be more dangerous, I guess. Also, the monks are harder to get rid of, I think. Not harder to get rid of, just more time-consuming to get rid of. Whereas the smaller enemies just need one Asuna drop. Now, I'm not sure exactly when the small enemies come. I think after you kill a certain number of monks, I know they'll come, but I don't know when the game decides when a monk will spawn, or instead when to spawn a smaller enemy. Now here, I'm trying to use the essence for a UT. I don't recommend UTs much here. If you want to use UTs, use a lunar UT. Now here I'm again using elixirs. I'm not the greatest player at this game. This is just what I think is the best, the way I can get through it. Again, I used as many smoke bombs as I thought I had to. I probably should have used more. The next fight is going to be, I think, easier. There's another spot where they can't follow you, and basically just look at the line on the ground I'm about to show you and click your lunar and incendiary shurikens. Now, see this line? Don't go past it. If you go past it only to lure the cats over to you. See, they're moving back again, and I think I can hit this one, so I'm going to do that. Basically, just step over the line, kill the cat, run back. Now be careful of the monks. They're blue, I guess green circles that on the ground they make. That can actually reach you past that line. So be careful of that. But other than that, it's not too bad. When you get rid of the cat fiends, take out the monks however you want. I use incendiary shurikens. I think only a couple are needed to kill them. And then from there I use either charge a ET or UT. And I'm going to cut the rest of this fight out because it's not too bad. And then if you want to fight the fight normally, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, but this is a pretty easy way to get past it. Remember that there's a body next to the save point that has incendiary shurikens that you can restock. For this fight, there's 3 ways I like to take care of it. One is to guillotine throw them off the cliff. Another way is to wind path off their heads and Asuna drop them. And the third way is the lunar, and I'll get to that when I'm finished with the dragon sword. The lunar is my favorite weapon for this fight, and really just for these enemies in general. I'm just showing the dragon sword method just for those of you who are, I guess, comfortable with it. So I'm trying to windpipe off his head, but I hit a wall. It's a little frustrating. And here I'm just struggling just to position it. But see, when you windpipe off their heads, it's a free Azure drop, because sometimes Ryu targets the wrong enemies. And there is an ideal use of the DMT throw, is when you can get them off the cliff. But of course, positioning it is tough. And here I'm almost dead, and I'm a little frustrated. Again, this fight's tough. I've been thrown off this cliff a lot. And this is my favorite method with the Lunar. Just jump, throw shurikens, and do an on-landing Y. You don't need to use the shurikens. I believe their armor protects them from it, but I just use it to time my on-landing. And I do get hit while using it in this method, but it's still my favorite. You don't even need an ET or UT. Just on-landing Y will just knock them back. And it's safe, I think. And remember, if you lose health, just kill these bats over here. They drop blue essence frequently, and they respawn easily, so make sure you kill them. Now here I'm just going to show the scarab over here, and the chest over on the up top has a Life of the Gods. I don't think I really need to give much tips on how to kill these enemies. They're pretty pathetic. I like to use the Vanilla Shuriken and maybe XXY. Flying Swallow with the Dragon Sword works well. Anything works well. They're pathetic. They're just an insult to have a Master Engine mod, but I like them still. I cut out most of the fight. I just added this part because I want to show I want to make sure this run covers at least all of the Life of the Gods and all the scarabs. And this is how I get up to the chest, just small run from that ledge. Now this fight is more of those annoying sliding imps. Again, I'm just gonna use the Lunar exclusively for this fight. I'm not even gonna bother with the Dragon Sword, because this is what I find is useful. I try, as you can see, I still do take damage. This isn't a foolproof strategy. I don't think I could ever offer a foolproof strategy, but this is what's useful. Just, you don't, and as I said before, you don't need to use the shurikens, but make sure you get the on-landing Y. Don't do something like the air Y or something. And if you can get ETs in, that's good. If you can get UTs in, that's better. But on-landing Y is all you need. And I don't make sure you can windpipe at their heads to do your on-landing Y, but they move around a lot, so it's kind of tough. I don't think there's much to say, except that try and release your on-landing Y a little early, because if they come to attack you, they can still hit you through your on-landing attack. They can't hit you if you're doing an ET or UT because of the invincibility frames, but the on-landing Y, they can still hit you. So try and get that, make use of the Lunar's range and try and get them before they reach you. Now, here's the scarab over here. I switched to the Lunar Shuriken because I was trying to experiment whether it would actually hit them, stun them. Apparently they just dodge it. It doesn't matter much. And now I'm just gonna go back and kill these guys, and the chest that's gonna come up before the elevator is the Vigorian Flails. Now this weapon I recommend going all the way up to Muramasa's to upgrade. So yes, I am going to backtrack all the way up past the monastery, and yes, I am going to upgrade them, for reasons I'll explain later.